It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you got to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com or 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping, but we also want to welcome LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and who else? And all you all out there, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn's, all of the rest of them, we'll shout you out. Like and share and like.
Mr. E, it is Fun Friday.
Now I got a joke for you.
It's the weekend. Get it? Make sure it's a quick, good one.
Why did the ducks cross the street in the rain?
Okay, go ahead, Mr. E. Why?
Because they couldn't swim.
Okay. I don't get it. Maybe our guest will help us with it because that was a good one. But it's always a duck, chicken. Mr. E must love birds.
I'm a farmer.
All right, then we like that. But Mr. E, this is Fun Friday.
Yes.
We're going to have a good old time today. It's also FYI segment, What's in Your Closet? Issues Concerning Women. And we have a very special guest. FYI special guest is Miss Natasha Ely. She's spokesperson for the Archie Awards, the Archie magazine. And we want to say good morning to you, Natasha.
Good morning.
I hope you're doing good. You know, you all got some great things going on.
Yes, thank you. I'm doing very well. How are you this morning?
I'm doing really good. You know, we've been through this pandemic, and after things began to clear up a little bit, I started to see some names and posts of your organization, your mom's organization, your family's organization, the Archie Awards, and I was very thrilled because the pandemic shut a whole lot of things down. How do you all feel that you're up and popping?
Yeah, so we're just grateful, honestly, just grateful. I think like everybody else who is, was survived the pandemic in more ways than one, just, personally and also in business and be able to survive it, to continue to keep going and doing this even after the pandemic. We're just really grateful and constantly reflecting on that.
Amen. Natasha, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Natasha Ely, and I have been working with Archie Magazine Awards since 2014. This is the ninth annual award tour that we have going on. We go from, we've been up to 12 cities before the pandemic. We were up and down the East Coast from Delaware down to Florida. But now that we're coming back, we're in 4 cities. We're in Charlotte as well as Atlanta last weekend, and this weekend we'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then also in Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Wow.
But a little bit about myself, have been working with Archie Magazine, and I'm just having a good time being the host and just laughing with the audience and everything. So I'm just excited to be, with the women and getting to know everybody and hearing everybody's stories for sure.
Natasha, your mom said you had a great sense of humor. And are
Well,
are you a professional comedian, young lady?
I ain't gonna go that far. I'm trying to do that with my toes. It's something. No, I have a good time. I have fun. I'm trying to break more into the comedy scene, which has been a lot of fun, but also not as easy as it looks like on TV. I will say that for sure. But anything worth doing is going to be a little difficult sometimes, and that's all right. So, but I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to hone my skills and get on top on the IT stage and have a
Yes.
great time with everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, Natasha's also a mom, a wife. Tell us about your new addition.
Oh yes. So I am married and I have my daughter she's not even 2 yet. She will be 2 in February. And then I had the great idea to go back and do it again. So now I have less than a 2-year old and I have a 1 month old newborn baby. So please
Yeah.
forgive me. It's 9:30 a.m. Please forgive me if I don't have all the energy that I usually have, but those babies is whooping this mama day and day and night, baby. They are tearing me up, but I love it. I'm grateful for them.
And the wonderful thing about it, Natasha, they grow up after a while. You're gonna be sleeping all night. They're gonna be sleeping all night. They're gonna be in school. It just
Oh
goes
yeah,
that fast.
I know, and I'm not gonna rush it though. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm trying to get all my snuggles and all my kisses. I know they only live for a few years, so I just want to enjoy them while they still so small. My
So
babies.
very good. Congratulations. Natasha,
Thank
tell
you.
us more about the magazine. Tell us about the event that's coming up here in the Hampton Roads area. Who's involved? And you all are about lifting up women, which is a wonderful thing. Just tell our audience all about it for those that don't know about your organization.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so IT Magazine started in 2014, and it was actually started by my mother, Reverend Dr. Wanda Fletcher, and my sister, Tanisha Fletcher. They both had the idea. My sister was into fashion, photography, and those things, and she really was looking for the opportunity to get into photography for some of these major magazine brands, but it's not as easy to get in as you
Yes.
probably know. So my mother decided that we were going to go ahead and create our own magazine, create our own opportunities. And with that, they started to meet and network with and work alongside some other women who were had the same mindset.
Yes.
And so they came up with the idea, and it was also from a couple other things that kind of, how God leads you to where you're supposed to be going, and a couple different things that happened. There were some women who were working in different areas in the community who were just really doing major things, giving back. There were some foster mothers who were taking in several children and seeing them all the way through to college. There was
Yes.
just some phenomenal women that my mother and my sister were meeting in the process of, getting their business off the ground, and some women who really were, there and trying to, point them in the right direction and all those things. So they came with the idea to honor these women
Wow.
in a major way. And so it started off back in 2014 in Virginia. That was the very first show, and it's been there every year since the very beginning. And it is our biggest show. I mean, we are
Yeah.
going to be down at the Roper Theater, and we plan to have a packed house. Um, we're going to have, of course, the red carpet. As always, there's going to be some paparazzi. There's going to be some red carpet live interviews for the nominees. There's going to be photo booths.
Wow.
And it's just going to be an overall great time. I mean, it's going to be beautiful. They have, me and Virginia don't play. We come out with our full gown, hair done, makeup done, dressed to the T, looking good, feeling good. And we're all going to come together, and it's going to be a beautiful night of awards. It's down at the Roper Theater in Norfolk. Doors open at 6 p.m. The show will start promptly at 7 p.m. And we are going to be giving out awards all night. Some of the categories you can expect are going to be Entrepreneur of the Year, Woman of Inspiration, Woman of Influence, Woman of Achievement, Trailblazer. So it's going to be a great time. And then really my favorite part of the show is just listening to the nominee acceptance speeches.
Yes.
Because you really have a moment to just connect with them on a more personal level and just hear a little bit about their journey. And it is always such a beautiful thing. Plus, I mean, yeah, I like to have a good time. I like to laugh and I like to joke around and we want to have fun with that. But some of these nominees, boy, are characters. Okay?
Yes.
So they get up there and have us cracking up. I mean, it really just the environment, the atmosphere, really just real personal. It feels like family. And we all just like to laugh, have a good time, enjoy each other, and just recognize the women who are doing things and give honor to them when honor is due.
You know, it means so much to me. I was a recipient of the award, the Archie Award, a couple of years, I believe 2016. And it is a wonderful event. You know, the brand, first of all, you all do things in excellence. It's just a beautiful occasion from the luncheon to taking pictures to meeting the contestants and being nominated. First of all, that is so exciting. You know, somebody recognize your work. And then that evening, it is this beautiful evening. It's so classy. It's just really beautiful. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of what you all have done, and want to say thank you for what you all did in my life, because it really inspired me and really made me feel like my work was appreciated. And so I just want to say thank you to your mom and everybody, and you and your sister, for creating such a wonderful event. It means a lot when people say, you know what, we see what you're doing, and we celebrate you. And so that's what it's about, celebrating women. And I'm just so thrilled about that. Mr. E?
I want to say good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Ely. And what a great, 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 great organization that you do have, y'all have. But there is a problem now. And the problem is that how do you nominate folks? How do you get
Mr. E just
involved?
won a
You know,
trophy. Mr.
I'm
E
just
been wanting
saying
a trophy from you all.
those beautiful those beautiful trophies that you're handing out. How do I? Because I want to drop my name in the box so I can be. And I'm not a woman. I'm a full grown man, and I just want to know how can I drop my name in the box so I can help be nominated with a beautiful award.
Now, Natasha, when your mom came on the first year that we had her on, Mr. E was upset because he felt like it was nothing for the men. So please help him and let him know maybe that is to come in the future.
Well, listen, I ain't gonna lie.
And that's what it's all about. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
This is a girl club, but I will tell you that nominations are strictly open to the public and they're open all year long. We are already asking this year for nominations for next year in any of the cities that we visit and surrounding cities as well. It is public nominations only. So if you know a woman that you feel in your heart is deserving, please nominate today. You can nominate at AkiMagazine.com/forward/nominate. And then as far as the judging process and criteria, it is not a public voting system.
Wow.
You know, oftentimes with these award shows, people are sharing it on Facebook. Hey, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. So Aki wants to do things a little bit differently. What we try to do is we go off of your public reputation, community reputation. Also, when folks nominate you, the write-up that they have on why they feel that you are deserving of this award. We look at the things that you've done in the community. And also we look at, sometimes we will receive, oftentimes, most of the time, We receive a lot of recommendation letters from the public. For instance, someone you have mentored, a protege of yours may want to write something on your behalf. I know a lot of students will write things on their behalf of their teachers and submit those things. And then all of those things go before a panel of judges who are going to look at those things, read those things, research and see what's going on with it in each individual, and then decide based on all of those things the winner for each category. But truthfully, to be completely honest, in my opinion, just to be nominated because you're nominated based on what someone else sees.
Yes.
And you're nominated based on the impact you had in someone else's life. And to me, I mean, for someone to say, thank you for what you've done in my life is a prize in itself.
Absolutely.
So, but so the process, so that's pretty much a little bit about the process, and there's a couple other factors that go into determining who will be the winner for each category. But I will say also that in order to win, you must be present at the show.
Yes.
Okay, we always have to emphasize that you have to be present at the show in order to win, but that's pretty much one of the only criteria as far as the awards go.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the event, how to get in touch with you all, where it's going to be at again, and just some contact information, website that people can get tickets.
Absolutely. Okay. So we are going to be at the Roper Theater, and I have the address right. I thought I had it right here. Oh yes, I did. The Roper Theater, the Roper Performing Arts Theater on November 13th at 6 p.m. Doors will open. There will be an hour of red carpet, and then at 7 o'clock, probably at 7 o'clock p.m., the show will begin. The address for the Roper Performing Arts Center at CCC is 340 Granby Street in Norfolk, Virginia, 23510. And this is our third year at the Roper. It's a beautiful theater. And so that's where you'll be able to find it. And now tickets are available at AchiMagazine.com/tickets. Achi is ACHI magazine.com/tickets. Or you can follow us on Instagram, Achi Magazine, Facebook, Achi Magazine, Twitter, Achi Magazine, all the platforms at AchiMagazine.com.
Absolutely. Now, when did you all decide to move it around the globe? I noticed it was here first. Now you all are taking it everywhere. Will it go to other countries, you think?
I mean, how will it? I mean, we had a pastor speak over and said something about going to Dubai. I was like, I wouldn't mind going to Dubai.
Yes.
I'm not sure, but it's really wherever the need is. Like I said, we take nominations all year, so by the time it's time for awards to come up again, we look at where the bulk of our nominees are.
Okay. Yes.
And we go to serve that area, serve that community. So we really look at it like that. But if God want to take us overseas,
yes,
listen, I got my passport.
Absolutely.
Go, baby.
Absolutely. So I wanted to talk about giving back. This is a way for you all to give back. What other things do you all do as an organization to give back to the community?
Well, actually, we have an organization or our foundation, Achi Foundation, which is actually launching in January 2023, formerly known as Achi Women Supporting Women Association. With Achi Foundation, we will be having fundraisers throughout the year to sponsor some of these women-led or women's initiative-based organizations that are out on the front lines doing things. So we're going to be doing fundraisers all year to raise funds in order to support. So I know the very first year we are excited about a car show that we're actually getting ready to be doing, a classic car show to raise funds, and we're actually adopting a women or a girls school. And so the funds raised from the car show, which will be a lot of fun, including different projects, those funds are going to be going to one of the schools, I haven't, well, I'm not going to announce the school yet.
Okay.
Because I want to, that's not for me. But we're going to be adopting a girls' school, and we will be sponsoring them. So I'm really excited about this new direction for Ashi because it allows us to give directly to those who need most. We have a following, we have a lot of support. So now we're able to funnel that directly to where it needs to go, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Now you said you're having a car show. How do you enter your? Now you're saying you're having a car show, and all the cars that are driven by the Brotherhood.
You then you okay, so you found yourself away.
all the cars are involved in the labor of a brotherhood.
Listen, he's trying to get in there some kind of way.
Now, but I'm simply saying, is that going to be a women-based car show, or women with cars, or just?
No, that's going to be a completely new direction.
Wow.
A completely new direction for Ashi. So yeah, so the Ashi Magazine Awards has been for women only, but the other, but Ashi has, I don't know if you know, but Ashi has a lot of different things happening all the time. So the car show and the Ashi Foundation is one leg of the body, but there's also Ashi Studios.
Wow.
And Ashi Studios actually released its first full feature film last year.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Which is called Generations. And it's actually already streaming on both Amazon Prime as well as on Tubi. And so that full feature film is called Generations. Please, if you got a moment, check it out. When you're at home and you're binge watching, you're chilling out, check out the movie Generations.
Is that the one on, you said on Netflix? Excuse me, you said on the one on Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime and also on Tubi.
Oh, how marvelous.
For our listening audience, let our listening audience know, what does Achi mean?
Okay, I will, definitely. So Achi means a couple of different things in a couple of different languages. I know in Swahili it means strength, and then in a Chinese language it also means sisterhood.
Wow.
So we have taken Achi, meaning strength in one language and sisterhood in another, and coined the phrase, we have strength in sisterhood. So that's what Achi means. Achi means strength in sisterhood. Achi was always for women, by women, for women. And so the name Achi just made sense to be sisters and have strength in our sisters. Because, we know that we are stronger together when we support each other.
Absolutely.
And that's really where Achi was birthed from.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about education. I think you mentioned just a minute ago school, but the magazine, does it reach out to women to educate them and some of the issues that are going on right now with abortion and some of the other issues that women face?
Yeah, so the magazine itself is all things. It's for women that want it all, but it's for all things women. And so it definitely covers finances and family and work-life balance, but it also covers some of those heavier topics. Yeah. And so the magazine, the articles always they're talking about those things and what's happening in current events. And so we really want to highlight the stories of the women. So we always come from that perspective. We're always trying to highlight the stories of our women and be a voice and a platform where their voice can be heard in the magazine. So with that being said, we also are constantly looking for submissions and different articles and written pieces for the magazine. It's a yearly publication, and it's a national publication. And so we're and it's available online as well as in print. But we're always looking for more submissions so we can hear, just be able to tell our story from our perspective.
When you said it's for women only, is that teaching women how to sneak garments into the houses and in the back of the cars and put them in the closets and say that they've been in here for years?
Get him, Natasha. Get him, Natasha.
I mean, y'all be that's in your business, right? I think men do need to know how can y'all are y'all teaching them how to put them in the trunk of the car, wait till midnight, and then go get them out the trunk of the car and say that they made an error on the credit card.
Oh, and the good one, my favorite line is, "Oh, baby, we been had that."
Oh, that's a good one.
But they don't. But women don't do that, do they?
No, I don't know what they do. I don't do that.
You stutter now. You stutter now. You make me nervous when you stutter.
But Natasha, we just want to say thank you for what you all are doing, being a part of a wonderful organization, your mom being the founder and you all working along with her. It is a marvelous thing to see. And we're going to definitely check out some of the things that you spoke about with the magazine and with the movie. And you all are in music. It's just marvelous, raising families. And we just want to say thank you for all that you're doing for women. We need it. I know Mr. E want the men, Mr. E gonna start his own thing. But thank you all for acknowledging us.
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
So I want you to give that information again, Natasha, before you go. Let us know where it's going to be at here in the Hampton Roads area, how people can get involved in it for the future, and how they can stay in touch with you all as well.
Absolutely. So again, on November 13th, we will be at the Roper Performing Arts Center at CCC on 340 Granby Street in Norfolk, Virginia. And doors open at 6 p.m. for an hour of red carpet. 7 o'clock, the show will start promptly. And also, please go to itmagazine.com/tickets to purchase your tickets. You can purchase 3 tickets and get the 4th ticket free. There's a deal there. So please go ahead and check that out. And in the meantime, please go to itmagazine.com/nominate to nominate a deserving women for next year. Wow. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on. We want to shout out Dr. Juanita Fletcher, your family, your sister, and all that's involved. I know it takes a mighty team to really come forth with some wonderful things. So, Natasha, thank you so much for taking your time out for us on FYI Radio Show.
Thank you. God be blessed.
You do the same.
God bless you. Wow. We just, we celebrate, ladies. This segment right here is what's in your closet. Some of the things that women go through, issues. And of course, one of the things that we love to do is lift women up, celebrate, and just provide some great and wonderful things for ladies. Look, you all come over here on social media. We're going to be serving that tea, giving you information about what's going on with FYI Radio Show, the upcoming shows. We're going to be soon to celebrate our anniversary. And also, I want to mention the ladies' pies. We got the holidays coming up, so don't forget, you can reach out. You can inbox me on any social media platform, the ladies' pie, a licensed business. And we can provide wonderful pies for your special event or special occasion. Mr. E's going to give you information on how you can reach us and how you can continue to watch FYI Radio Show. Tell your friends about it. And don't forget to just have a wonderful weekend and be blessed. We're going to see you back here on Monday with Sports Talk. Have a blessed day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. And our special guest has been none other than Miss Natasha Ely from the Archie Award. For more information about FYI, give us a call at area code 757-714-7861. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, Peace 95.3, and soon to be WMVA 88.9. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.
And we're going to see you back here on Monday. Wow, Mr. E, what a beautiful event. It is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's not second class, it's the A-list. And they put everything into it from, nominating ladies. It's such a wonderful surprise when you're nominated. Then you have the luncheon, which is absolutely fabulous. You get a chance to network and talk to ladies about their life. And, you connect and click with people. And it's just marvelous. And then the actual event is a first class event with the backdrops and the red carpet and the gowns, and the media is there. The trophies are absolutely beautiful. I still look at my trophy. It is just absolutely beautiful. And it makes a woman feel appreciated and makes her feel that her labor and her work is being noticed. And that, she's head down working. But when you lift your head up, you see people that say, look, you are a blessing to us and our community. So I want to thank Dr. Juanita Fletcher, who is the founder. I want to thank Nisha and Natasha for standing by their mom, and their families with this task, because I believe this is a task. When you start, you can be at one location locally, and they started here in Hampton Roads. But when you start spreading out and moving around the globe and things, boy, talking about needing a team and needing folk to really, really be beside you to help you implement your vision and see it through.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Chris Hinton. Thank you so much for joining. Miss Sheila Robbins. Miss Ann Myers, thank you so much. Miss Roberta Cotta, happy belated birthday. Miss Mardell Lewis, thank you all so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. And yes, you heard about the Archie Award, and you heard that's coming up on November the 13th at Roper Theater in the downtown Granby Street area. Don't forget that we found out today, brethren, that it is a true statement that they teach folk how to sneak bags and stuff into the crib.
You didn't get but one. You didn't get no witnesses on that. I didn't even say amen. We want to say hello to Carlos Howard, who's on with us. But yes, it is an actually wonderful, wonderful event. Now, men can go to the award show.
We can go.
Yeah, you all can go
we
there.
Can go. Yeah.
Now, so don't get it twisted. If
we
you
can
all
go,
are interested in going, nope, this is for women only. She said it is designed and made and created for ladies, for our young ladies and things like that. And we're happy about it because, again, it is a wonderful, wonderful event. It is first class from the beginning to the end. Their magazine is absolutely beautiful. You all check it out online. And I didn't know about the movie, though. And so I'm going to be excited to go to Prime and look at that and just check it out. So again, Natasha Ely, thank you so much. She is the spokesperson. She's involved very deeply in her mother's organization, and they're doing quite well. Glad to see them up and popping and moving on throughout our recovery in this pandemic. So Mr. E, look, I keep encouraging Mr. E to go ahead and start his organization for men. It's enough room. If you feel like there's an empty nest or empty space where men can go ahead and jump in and start doing things for men and educating men and celebrating men, do it. And we will just cheer you on as you go forth, Mr. E.
That's what it's all about, having a helping hand with everybody, for everybody. Because, not only does the women need the prop, but the brotherhood need the prop just as well.
Yes.
Because there's some issues that we're doing here on FYI, issues concerning men, what's under the hat, so that we can help our brotherhood to rise above, so we can get them back on top on their game, on their A game,
Yes.
so that the responsibility that men should have, it will come to pass. So we want to encourage everybody, male and female, that
Yes.
you can make it on Broken Pieces.
Well, we have our Wednesdays, what's under the hat segment for men. We haven't left you all out. It's a well balanced program, FYI radio show. And we make sure we focus on issues concerning men and what they're doing. We celebrate you and we thank those that are just, have the vision to go forth, take care of their family, and work hard and, you know, be good citizens and just. People, men that are just about their business. There are so many men doing great things, and so many men providing, and so many men taking care of, and inventing, and creating, and going forth. You know, men have been our examples for a long time because way back in the day, there was a time when women cared. They were in the home and she cared for the children. She had a job, but she was more in the home doing things. She was making decisions now. And she was a partner with her husband, but he was out there making that bread, making those coins, and he was providing for the family. And so we celebrate that. And then men made a way for women to do other things to get in the workforce, and women were hired. And look at us now, we are everywhere. We can do anything we want to do in the workforce. So it's just a wonderful fit. Men and women that are going forth in their own way and seeing to it that everybody has a chance to make it. I don't care if you're male or female, we are giving each other a chance to make it in this world. And that's the wonderful part about it for me.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Rising up above, having your share in the world, and having your, doing your thing, and to help you to rise above. In this world, we all have to have a shining star to let everybody know that we are here doing what we do best.
Absolutely. I want to remind you all again, the holidays are coming up. This is the season for making pies. And please don't forget the ladies' pies. Tell your friends about it. They can put in their order. I can send you an invoice. You can inbox me, or you can call 757-470-0224. That's 757-470-0224. Contact me. Let me know that you're interested in pies for your special event, special occasions, for the holidays, and you will get them in a timely manner. We can deliver them if you're in the Hampton Roads area, and we're here to serve you. And the pies are absolutely delicious, and we want you all to, support. I really want the support of you all that are listening and hearing, and that will listen. Those that will listen later on, please support the ladies' pie. But right now, before we talk or advertise anything else, we gonna talk about that tea. We gotta serve some tea. Y'all. It's Friday. We gotta serve that tea. There's so much going on. By the time we get to Friday, so many stories have come and gone, Mr. E.
That's right. So many things are happening all around the globe. And by the time it's just pow, 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 and pile up. So we can't get to all of the tea, but we give you all the tea that we can give you. So it takes 2 or 3 cups of tea so that we're going to have to serve if we give you all of the tea.
Actually, you can get these cups. You can serve some tea with us. Just inbox us and let us know. Or Mr. E will give you a number and email address where you can say, I want that cup so we can serve some tea together.
That's
and
right.
If you have any tea that you want to serve or stirve, hey, we're here. We want to say thank you to our intern who loves Clara, who loves serving that tea and sending us some great stories and things like that. But getting back to the tea, there is so much going on now. Mr. E, we last talked about Kanye and the tea that was served and stirred with that. But now we got a new person that they're jumping on. And we're going to talk about him a little bit. But we're going to also talk about, and I know this is not sports talk, but we got to talk about what's happening to Washington. I saw a story this morning, Mr. E. What is going on? Talking about scandals and whatnot. What kind of tea is being served? Especially, listen to this, Mr. E. Especially when you have big time celebrities like Jay-Z and some of the other ones that's interested in buying the daggone Washington Commanders. That's scandalous.
Miss Hinton, when we begin to talk about Washington and what's going on in the Capitol, and when folks are dying there and it just pass it by like it's nothing. So we know that they're almost out the back door. The Washington Commanders are up for sale, and Snyder is in trouble.
Is that allegedly now?
Well, the Commanders got a lawsuit on it because they said that the Commanders are toxic. The Commanders NFL facing lawsuit allegation conclusions in toxic workplace poll.
Yeah, they're talking about sexual harassment.
That's right.
Of women and a whole lot of crookdom.
That's right.
It is amazing. Tell us more.
They said the attorney, Carl, released a lengthy statement on Twitter. A blind eye Snyder extend effort to silence the intimate witness. After public reporting revealing a sexual misconduct, harassment, and Miss Oregon ran rampant for decades at the team. The defender promised DC residents that the league was going to fix this toxic culture, including a full cooperation with an independent investor and others. They said that the brain of the commander Brian James agency slammed snatched statement from the team spokesperson that's all a lie.
Oh.
Instead of the NFL turning a blinded eye to Snyder's extensive effort to silence or imitate witness, and the NFL Commanders enter into a secret agreement to give Snyder power to veto and release any results.
Well, Mr. E, they make it sound like everybody on the team was doing some dirt and corruption, but they are pointing the finger at the owner.
That's right, Snyder.
Yes,
that's right,
saying
Snyder.
That there's a lot of things going on that's not good, and especially with the sexual harassment, charge.
That was also not only a sexual harassment charge, but if I'm not mistaken, a young fella died there, and it was just overlooked. And so now the Commanders are really in a bind. Snyder is really in a bind. Yes, Jay-Z and a host of others would love to purchase the Washington Commanders. If I buy the Commanders, they would be just a practice team for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I don't know if they're interested in with all this scandal. I think I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole.
They said today's civil complaint filed by D.C. Attorney General against the Washington Commanders, Dan Snyder, the NFL Commission, Roy Gabriel, is further evidence of what long known, that both the Commanders and the NFL has engaged decisions and lies designed to conceal the team. Decades of sexual harassment and abuse, which has impacted not only the victim of the abuse, but also consumed the District of Columbus. The filing of this complaint also marked that an important step in violations, the experience of brave women and men who came forward and in achieving the first time a level of transparency into scopes of misconduct.
Well, I tell you what, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess, honey. And so we don't know how it's going to turn out, and we don't know if folks still want to buy that thing. I wouldn't even mess with it because it's already messy, and we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's true, what's false right now until they take it to the courts.
That's right.
We'll keep up with that, and we'll tell you more about that on Sports Talk.
That's
In
right.
the meanwhile, Mr. E, we got to talk about elections. Mr. E has a song say, vote, vote, vote.
Vote the
devil out. And some of these of these allegedly devils have been voted out.
And not only have they been voted out, but they're sticking their head against the big devil. They
Ooh.
really jumping on Trump. They really has caused Trump to almost lose his toupee. I mean his toupee.
I was talking about locally. There's been some devils.
Well, you
Some
want to go to the local devils, you know.
I said locally. Listen to you song. Does that apply? Did y'all vote some of the devils out in these local elections?
Well, let's start with a city over.
Okay, I'm not. Don't even name the city. Don't name the city.
Well,
we don't
yeah,
want
they
nobody
got 'em.
coming after FYI radio show. But I'm saying
they
in
got
Hampton
them out.
Road.
They got them out in the Hampton Road. They got out. These elections, these local elections, have really fired the nuts around folks.
Well, we wish we could give names, but there are some that didn't make it. I mean, we can tell you who's making, but we ain't gonna tell you which ones were devils. So, in Chesapeake, 6 city council people were added. There were some that didn't get their seats back. In Portsmouth, Lord knows, the city council, that Lord knows, have mercy. There's a few that's been voted out. Few people. I didn't say devils. I said a few people in the city council that's been voted out. And then, I mean, all Virginia, a whole lot of folk been voted out. Mr. E's song went out all over the world, voting folk out.
You know, Miss Hinton, and that's what needs to be done. It blew the minds of one of the cities because it went to another color. I mean, it surprised them because they want to clean it up. They tired of that hood rat. They tired of folks trying to be bullies and cut folk like never before because they in position. Well, I want to serve notice on all of y'all.
Don't you sad to see some of them go?
No. Sometimes I get tired of hearing in the political arena about people arguing so much and the crookdom that's going on in these politicians' arena, from Norfolk all the way around the cities of
naming cities.
Well, there's the 7 cities. It's happened in all the 7 cities. This crookdom from Virginia Beach to Norfolk, from Norfolk to Portsmouth, Newport News. Here's the thing that I don't want to say this, but I can't give you all the information. But Miss Hinton, the hotels down in Virginia Beach are raising the prices up because something in the water is coming that way.
Something in the water. People were trying to serve tea on something in the water now. So something in the water is going forth. The tickets have gone on sale. Prices are
How did it get planned?
I mean, they're going up high, those prices.
How did something in the water just all automatically, when it was toxic, the city of Virginia Beach was toxic, and now all of a sudden something in the water has appeared? I never heard that lieutenants and all them folks that's down there. It's now going full force. But what happened?
Maybe they had a reconciliation. Maybe they talked. And,
they did talk. This was already on planning.
And it was a big surprise to everybody because we did hear that someone said that it was very toxic.
Yeah.
But it must not have been toxic enough to keep away the something in the water. And so something in the water is going to take place at the end of April of 2023. And we're just glad that we, hey, we can participate. Now, let me tell you something. It may be some drama that's going on with it, but Mr. E is really a wonderful event. Now, you all can learn about business at these something in the water. You can the entertainment is off the chain. Then it's going to be at the oceanfront out there with all folk and the hotels and the food folk and fun. It is really a great, well organized event. I've been to 2 of them. I went to the one in Washington. I went to the one at the oceanfront. I'm going to this 3rd one. Yes, I am. And but it is really it was those 2 were drama free. With all those people, there were no drama that I saw. And Pharrell is about educating and giving back. So we want to salute that you all have gotten together have gotten
And
together,
squash.
Missy, and squash the beef.
You know, in Portsmouth, the casinos are coming up,
Oh
but they
my
had to get rid of
goodness.
a whole lot of bad business.
Tell us about
You
it.
know, this casino is right around the corner. So I'm just looking at the politicians, the political, you know, and I'm not just looking at local, but I'm looking at it all over the world. The people that your president has endorsed, and now they cutting him. They really coming
Who?
against your president. Your president.
What president?
Your
Not
president.
Biden.
You know, not Biden, but the other one that, you know, that was
Oh,
in
the one that
office.
was there before.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, he's got. Let's tell the T. He's got a whole lot of challenges because
that's
him and
right.
DeSantis is button heads allegedly, and you know they said allegedly that DeSantis is going to run for president. So this is going to be a show. President Biden said he's going to sit back and just watch this wonderful show that's going to go on with the Republicans as they try to beat each other up, allegedly to get to become president of the United States.
And a lot of people have made Dr. Oz rich. You
Ooh.
know, he took his word for what Dr. Oz was saying. And I just can imagine people all over that Dr. Oz said this and Dr. Oz said that. But the prescription.
But he said it as a doctor. What about as a politician? You
But
know,
the
don't nobody know
prescription-
him as a politician. You got to earn your way up. You got to build a fan base, an audience, and people got to learn how to trust you in a different way now. So, Dr. Oz, you did a good job, but you didn't win. And
But
I'm
the
sorry. Try again.
But the prescription that Dr. Oz wrote for himself, it backfired.
Mm-mm. So why did I'm really surprised that Trump backed Dr. Oz, because people were expecting Oprah Winfrey to back him and she didn't.
Because his wife told him. Why would you know? His wife told him to back Dr. Oz, and found out that he got mad as the Dickens because it hit him in his face.
Mr. E said he had some alleged Melania tea. What kind of, now this is allegedly, what was that tea
you know, his wife told him to back Dr. Oz, and several other folks told Trump to back them up, to stand behind them. And when they found out that all of them that she told him to back, they was turning coats.
Ooh.
They was turning against him, and they was ready to bite him.
Wow. Let's talk about our friend Brittany, who's over there in Russia. Now, from what I understand, they've taken her somewhere that she don't want to go. You know, she was in one facility, and now they said they have taken her somewhere. But this is the wonderful thing about this tea. President Biden said he's going to work endlessly to get that young lady back here in the US of A. And I am so glad. I mean, come on now. Then they said that allegedly they want her to play ball over there with him. Was this a setup? What do you think, Mr. E?
You know where they're sending her. They said is a horrible place where they're sending her. That's limited health care, grudging laboring, and abusive inmates and staff. But there are just some things that Brittany, the WNBA star, sentenced 9.5 years over less than a grain of cannabis oil in a vapor cartridge. Yeah, could expect to find in Russia. So they're taking her into a place where a concentration camp, where she will, you know, not have the best, not have the best health care, you know, not have the best clothing and best bath water. They taken her to a place where, hey, for 9 years, girl, you can't play your way out of that, and you know, and unless you do like Sylvester Stallone and the rest of the boys when they go to to camp, like what's his name, Wesley Snipes and all that, when they, you know, these are all actors. When they play on some of these TVs, you get in there and then you start your own baseball game and you start your own basketball team. So that's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
You all pray for her that she is not going to be able to suffer like that, that they can get her back home. You know, it's just an evil thing where you just gonna, you know, put the maximum. But this is the thing too. When you go over to these other countries, some of these countries don't play. So please, honey, keep your weed and all that stuff home with you when you're going overseas. Some of these folks do not want certain things in their country. and they are you're going to pay a price, a terrible price, dealing with them and trying to get home when they want to make a statement and make a point. And so, Russia is not happy about America, don't like America, allegedly. Well, in my book, it don't. But I'm telling you, you're gonna have to be careful going over to these countries with anything that's an illegal substance or taking pictures of things that they don't want you to take pictures of, and just don't do it.
That's right. Just go there, enjoy the city, just enjoy the event, the atmosphere, the time that you have to spend over there. Don't do nothing illegal. Just like some folks from here left and went to Mexico, and they found them what they call that carbon monoxide poisoning in the trunk of cars.
Yes.
And some of them was right around here in the 757 that lives right here. Now found themselves drunk.
Yeah, I tell you what,
they're dead.
Absolutely. So anyway, if you all have some tea to serve, come on and serve it now. Somebody said they had more there. Lewis said did you say you had some tea to stir or serve? If you all have anything or want us to mention anything right now before we go, let us know if you got some tea or if you want us to stir up something. Mr. E, what else is going on in our cities or our world? Or let me see, anything? Oh, social media world. What's going on with this social media stuff? You got Twitter now cutting up. Allegedly.
New owners.
You got Meta, which is
normally
known as Facebook.
You got new owners doing
land folk off. But this is the thing. Every dog has this day. You had enough time to make millions and trillions. Come on now. Well, what goes up is going to slowly come on back down. You've had your time. I don't feel sorry for him, Mr. E. You've had the time to make enough money with these organizations and companies.
Well, the beginning of Meta or Facebook and all them folks, they was making that big money. And so what happened is they made enough money, didn't pay enough taxes, made enough money. And so now they sold it. It's just like in the business, you sell it to the next person. And now the person think that it was going to rise for him. And now it changes horse. And now he busted because he didn't invested all of his money. And so now he's trying to.
I don't know about all his money. He invested other folks' money.
And he's trying to get rid of all the employees and things of that nature. So in Twitter, the same way, it's folks they feel as if they need the changing of the guard.
Well, I tell you what, every dog has its day. You all have done well. Facebook and all the rest of them. You got rich and real rich. And so, hey, somebody else going to slip in there and do something else better, more innovative. And you have to be aware of that in business. That's just the way it is. That's just the tea.
Well, I was thinking about one other thing before we go, Miss Hinton. What about Serena?
What about
Serena Williams?
What about her?
In the music fashion and responsible with Drake and that new song they got coming out.
What is it? Something that somebody's complaining about, or somebody's throwing shade at somebody about this song? Who was it? What's that? What is it?
They throwing shade about Serena. This song that's out.
I think he said this is what they said. Something about was it him that is saying throwing shade at her husband?
Right.
Saying that he's a groupie. Yeah, why would you say that? I know you used to go with Serena, but why? No, Drake didn't know. Used to go with her. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We're going to soon find out the tea on that. But in entertainment news, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. The Kardashians, a whole lot of stuff going on with them. You got Nicki Minaj and they say allegedly throwing shade on our girl Cardi B. Say Cardi B had this is allegedly, this is what I read today, that Cardi B, that Nicki Minaj said Cardi B got all these, and she didn't name her name, but the listeners are saying to the song that it's Cardi B and say that Nicki Minaj is saying that she's still ugly. She's still ugly after all that cosmetic surgery. Now, I didn't say it, and I don't know if it's true, but allegedly the fans are saying that Nicki Minaj is throwing shade.
Why would Serena's husband get upset because he was called a groupie?
Why would somebody call him a groupie? In what way? Because in what way is he a groupie? Because he married her, or what? What is that? What is it? What are you saying?
On his last song in of Middle Ocean, he called the man a groupie. He thought on Dez who connected with the tennis star, and it's all behind that lady.
All I can say is mind your business. Mind your business.
You know,
the girl can be whoever she want to be with, want to marry whoever she want to marry. She got a child by her husband. What's the deal? What's the tea? What's the deal? Well, all I can say is if y'all got any personal tea, just come on out with it. We're gonna find out anyway.
Anyway, it's gonna come out.
So if there's any tea that we need to know about and the reason why you calling this man a groupie, go for it. Another thing, Nick Cannon is celebrating what you call it, number 12. Are y'all a little upset about the man slinging?
That's the craziest thing in the world.
What's everybody upset about, Misty? Can you let me know?
Here's the thing that I feel that Nick Cannon should stop doing is having these babies.
How come?
He should stop having these babies and not present in the home.
Who said he's not present?
How in the world? How many babies he got now? 10?
12. He's going to get ready to have a 12. So why do you feel like he's not present?
His money is present. But as far as raising them,
but see, this is the thing. That's allegedly,
and the women ought to be shot.
That's allegedly. We don't know if he's not raising them. We don't know the whole story. I know he's slinging and having a great old time, bringing these babies forth. But let me give a little tea to Mr. Cannon. Word to the wise and the wise to the word. Now you can have listen. Mr. He can have all the babies in the world. I don't mind. That's your thing. But I'm saying this. When that money is gone, we gonna find out how loyal these folks are. I'm sure a few of them, if not all, gonna carry you to court for child support if you ever lose that moolah. So I'm telling you, son, make sure you put that money up, make sure you invest, make sure you are a good father, make sure you have a good relationship with these women. Because I'm telling you, if the tables turn, all this you doing, I'm telling you, is going to turn to mud because folks don't play when it comes to their children and needing money in the courts. We just had the child support what's under the hat. Now play with a woman and the courts when it comes to child support, and you'll see what happens to you.
Just before we break camp, Miss Hinton, this is the final one. Tom Brady. I got to put this out
what's
there
the tea?
For sports talk. Tom Brady's wife moved across from him. She did a Kanye West move.
What happened? She just left?
No, they getting divorced. Tom Brady and his wife is getting divorced. So what she did, she bought a mansion right across from Tom Brady, from Tom Brady's home, right across from his home, so she can allegedly spy on him
spy. If you don't want him, why are you spying on him?
Well,
he's spying on that moolah.
I can do $11.5 million across the creek from Tom Brady's home will soon stand.
All I can say is, girl, you must have had a great prenup because you buying mansions and whatnot. You doing good.
That's right.
But I'm so sorry that your family is breaking up. That's not a good thing, and that's not a happy thing to celebrate. But I tell you what, it's just what it is. But anyway, we had a good time serving that tea. Yeah. If you all want to serve some tea with us, just make sure you inbox us. Mr. E is going to tell you how you get in contact with us. Mr. E, we got some upcoming shows we're going to mention before we leave.
Just before we go, we got some great upcoming shows. We got Mr. Hez Brown will be our special guest, along with Dion Brody on Sports Talk with us. Judge Gerard Jones will be our special guest. And we got Miss Katrina Burns will be with us also.
Miss Jack and I, Denise, she'll be with us. Miss Katrina Burns, we're going to be changing the schedule. We're not sure when she'll be able to come on.
So that's what's going on.
That's the tea.
That's the tea for the rest of it. This month going so fast.
It is.
And right now we almost at the bottom of November. And next week we'll be at the bottom of November. And hey, what can we say?
This is Diane Card. I love you. Thank you so much for popping on. Annie Miles, thank you. Mardell Lewis, Sheila Robbins, my sweetheart. Roberta Carter, love you. Everybody's up here. Carlos Howard. We just have a whole lot of folk up here. Those that I don't see.
Mr. Mr. David C. Jones, thank you so
Mr.
much.
Jones, Chris Hinton's been up here.
Diane Carter, Miss
Yes.
West Clark, thank you
Oh
so
my
much.
goodness,
Sheila
Mr. West
Robbins,
Clark, Mr.
and
West.
yeah, Mr. West Clark and Chris Hinton. Thank you all so much.
You all are the best. And we're going to come back here on Monday for Sports Talk. Don't forget the ladies' pies now. Look, hey, come on now. You all let me know. I can send you an invoice. You can call 757-470-0224. Just inbox me right here on any social media platform. Say, I want that pie. And you all be blessed. Look, Wakanda forever. Who's going out there to Mr. E? Look, when we get a chance, when we get a break on Fun Friday, we're going to give you the reviews on a Woman King and also Wakanda, because I'm going to see it, Miss D. I don't mean no harm. You don't have to go. Y'all don't have to go, but I'm telling you, I would love to take some of you all with me. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we can do that because our anniversary, 7 years of FYI radio show, and I want to celebrate. So
That's
maybe
right.
we'll get a chance to do that. But anyway, we'll keep in touch with you. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to our pages, follow us, and just also enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed.
And stay dry too. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on FYI Radio Show. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of FYI Radio Show.
Love you.
2 up, 2 down, the ass.
See you soon.